An efficient workplace is the finest display of coordinated efforts by workforce towards productive goals. Alertness and adherence to safety practices while working are necessary to maximize productivity and minimize mishaps. With the aim to ensure safety, caution is necessary in material handling and lifting. Inspect the entire load handling equipment with sling, wire rope and other lifting equipment thoroughly before using them. This should involve daily inspection, weekly inspection and maintenance and third-party inspection by competent person. In the course of inspection, damaged slings should be discarded and stocked away from the workplace to ensure that slingman should only use quality inspected and certified sling. Workers must use safety gear in load handling and lifting area, and during the process, using hand gloves is important. Do not thrust feet, hand or body under the load while working. Sling should be set up by a trained rigger only in the presence of a supervisor. A supervisor or trained rigger should ensure the use of correct sling and U-clamps. Do not use a hammer or any other metallic object to tighten the sling or adjustment of sling or chain to balance the load. Secure the sling on hook properly to prevent it from slipping. Use pin on D shackle and never the bolt in place of pin. The role of slingman is very crucial to ensure safety. He should select the most suitable sling in terms of type and length to go with the actual load being lifted by the crane, ensuring that the sling and chain have not been shortened by knotting. Slingman should ensure that the rope and chains being used to lift the load do not vary in length to prevent any imbalance of load. Thumb rule for lifting is to lift only one material at a time, maintaining proper balance. It is utmost important to not let the load chain get twisted and ensure that the hook of the crane is always positioned above the load. Also, never use load chain as sling and ensure that the rope is suspended vertically so that the load does not swing while lifting. While lifting heavy loads, the sling should secure the load from all sides and there should not be any risk of slipping or popping. The area around the lifting should be cordoned with a caution tape. Do not stack or keep the material on walkways. Emphasize on proper housekeeping of the work site. Slingman should have a good estimation of material load so as not to exceed the safe working load of the crane. It's important to lift the material of at least 10% lesser weight than the rated capacity of machine. Lifting should be done slowly, avoiding jerks. Before transferring the load should be kept lifted to a height of 200 to 300 mm for some time, and the slingman should inspect the tensile strength of slings and that of the load, and that the load has been secured well. He should ensure that the load would not fall during transfer. Remember, standing underneath the suspended load could be fatal. So, slingman should stand at a safe distance and also ensure that no one else is standing close to the load during the lifting process or cross under suspended load. Safe lifting and transfer of a material is also related to the safe practices and alertness of the crane operator. Crane operator should ensure that all the systems and cabin of crane are clean and tidy and the work area is sufficiently illuminated. Tools and other objects should never be left carelessly on the crane platform or trolley. Cleansing and lubricating material should not be kept carelessly. All unwanted items should be removed from the crane immediately. Flammable material should not be kept inside the crane cabin. If the crane operator notices any defect in the wire rope or any electric spark near the wire rope, he should shut down the crane immediately. Crane should never be operated in case of defect in safety systems like limit switch, brakes, electrical panel, etc. Crane operator should never attempt to repair any system or electrical equipment of the crane. The operator must examine the crane thoroughly if the crane underwent any repair before resuming the work. It should never be put in on state. Cabin should never be evacuated with hoist lever in on state. The operator must put all the controls to neutral before stepping out of the crane, and then he should switch off the main switch and lock the cabin door. Unauthorized personnel should never be allowed to step on the crane. If the crane catches fire, the main supply should be cut immediately and efforts should be made to douse the fire with the help of suitable fire extinguisher. Simultaneously, the emergency phone number should be informed by self or co-worker. In case of a power failure during crane operation, the operator should put all the controls to neutral. In case of long travel, the crane should be operated at a safe distance from the nearby machines and material. For better output and risk reduction, coordination is mandatory during lifting and handling loads. In the process, slingman is having the responsibility to guide the crane operator. Slingman, along with the crane operator, should have complete knowledge of signaling code. Crane operator should follow only the signal from the authorized personnel. While transferring the load, the route has to be free from obstructions. Slingman should possibly move with the crane, or else he should stand at a distance from where his signals are clear to the crane operator. Slingman should ensure that the load should not be carried from above and near the area where people are working. Before lowering the load, the slingman should check the ground underneath for electrical wires, cables, gas or steam pipelines, etc., and also that the load is not kept on any temporary platform. While stacking the load in pile, slingman should ensure that the load is not kept on a slope or wet surface to prevent from falling down. Get the following components checked before use: electrical components, wiring electrical cables, hydraulic power unit, hoses, fittings, cylinders, manifolds, tires, wheels, indicator light, reflectors, parking brake, electrical braking system, breakaway system, dry wheel, reverse horn. A safe work environment is the gateway to long and happy lives for the working personnel. Staying safe is mostly in our hands. We all must remember 3 mantras for happy working: personal attentiveness, mutual coordination, and collective adherence to safety rules, and march ahead as an invincible team.